Hello everybody, my name is Ilse and this is hobbykr, the channel where I post content about anime and culture and events, mostly in South Korea. Sorry if the setup is weird, I really tried to angle it right, but the light is horrible in my house and this is the best I could come up with, so please bear with me. Also, we're playing Your Lie in April, depressing, I know, but that's what we have right now. Today, I wanted to make an updated version of my best anime stores in Seoul. The last version of this video I made was about 7 months ago, and sadly, some of the stores that I listed in that video are closed. RIP Yes Dungeon and Somda, you were amazing. I'm sad to see you go. Somda or Somoda, I forgot how it's actually pronounced. I think they closed because they weren't breaking even, let's say. By the end of their days, they had like a 50% off everything sale. So I think it was pretty much because of financial hardship. Yes Dungeon, I still have no idea why they closed. In their website, you can still see the little announcement from June that says that they're gonna be closed for 2 weeks. I haven't seen an announcement or anything, but this is like first-hand insight. The girl that used to work in Yes Dungeon now works in the Animate in Yongsan. I remember seeing her a lot in the Yes Dungeon store, and now I see her in the Animate in Yongsan, so I'm pretty sure they closed for sure. And she had to get another job in another anime store. Bless her. So today I'm not gonna be doing like a top 5 or anything. I'm just gonna give you my favorites, just because I think they all have their own merits. And I'm also gonna be including a couple of websites. If you're not in Korea, they're probably not gonna be useful to you, but they are really good if you are in Korea. Just to let you know, if you are interested in finding any of these stores, they are all listed in my anime store directory, and they have a Naver map link and a Google map link. And just a disclaimer, Google Maps is not excellent in Korea, so if you are just coming on vacation and you use Google Maps and you can't find one of these stores based on the maps given there, get Naver. Seriously, Google Maps is kind of really bad in Korea. So without no further ado, let's get started with my current favorite anime store, Omocha Land. Omocha Land sells mostly idol anime stuff, so they have Bang Dream, Love Live, Ensemble Stars, Uta Prince, Prince of Tennis, Boku no Hero Academia, Stray Dogs, Free, Detective Conan, Fate. So they have a variety of stores, but they sell goods, like new goods, and they also sell individual goods, which is what I love. So if there's a gacha run that you really want, but you don't want to take the chance of getting a character you don't like, they have the individual items of that gacha, and they also separate it by character, which is excellent if there's one character that you like and you want to just get merch from that character. So I love that store and everything is really well organized. Something else that I adore about Omocha Land is that they sell different goods for taking care of your goods. So they sell Ita bags, they sell pin folders, they sell folder folders. So they have a lot of items if you want to take care of your goods. They're super expensive, but it seems like no matter where you buy these things, they're gonna be expensive. Another great thing about Omocha Land is that you can buy whole boxes of keychains. I'm actually planning to do that for a video. I'm gonna buy a whole box of Bang Dream keychains. I'm really excited. But it actually, like if you're gonna buy a lot of them, it's actually so much cheaper to get the whole box. So it is a good deal, and I haven't found many stores that do that. So I highly recommend this store. It's in Hongdae. Go to the anime store directory if you would like to see the map. Next up is Animate in Hongdae. The reason why I'm choosing Animate in Hongdae over Animate in Yongsan, it's because Hongdae is just stacked. Like they have a lot of merch and really new merch. So they're always bringing in new stuff. You can pre-order stuff in the store, so that's really good. They have like all the posters of the new stuff that's gonna be coming in, and you can fill in your information to get it when you want. And I just think that overall, in terms of like art books, manga, and items and CDs, they are incredible. Of course, the Animate curse is that it is freaking expensive. Honestly, it's such an expensive store. Sure, there are some keychains here or there that are like 10,000 or 15,000 if you're lucky, but just the other day I saw some like Bang Dream item, and it's literally just a piece of plastic, and it was almost 30,000 won. So really expensive, but it's a great store for new stuff. Also, if you are a big fan of trading card games, go to the Yongsan store though, because they have a whole counter. I don't know anything about trading cards, but they have different series. They have Yu-Gi-Oh, they have Weiss, Schwarz, whatever that is, but they have it all, so go check that out if you're interested in trading cards. And there's a lot of people that go and play, so if you want to play with people, you can also go there. So the next store that I'm going to be talking about, what is the next store? The next store that I'm going to be talking about is an oldie but a goodie, the 9th floor in the Kukje Electronics Market near Nambu Bus Terminal. I've spoken about this in the previous video, of course, and basically this is an entire 9th floor full of anime merch and figures. Recently, and I mean like 2 weeks ago, I went and I found that the selection has been dwindling. I don't know if it's because I went on a weekend and it's not really that full on the weekends, or why it seems so deserted. Maybe they're getting new items, but it's still obviously the best way to find things of multiple different series. They have so much merch, so much stock. They have cheap Gundam places if you are into that. They have Kamen Rider stores. They have like hentai illustration stores if that's your thing, and it's just overall such a great place to get a multiple set of things at once. And in the same floor there's also a lot of video games, so if you're into video games, that's gonna be great for you as well. Personally, my favorite store inside the Kukje Electronics Market is Figure Presso. Figure Presso also has a separate store in Hongdae, but that place is so chaotic, it's so disorganized and tiny, and I really hate being there. I much prefer their store in the Kukje Electronics Market. Number one, the girl that is always there is so nice and so pretty. She's just really nice. And what I love is that they often have the boxes of stock and they let you just rummage through them. So like if you didn't see a character on the wall and you see a box, you can just go through them, and they usually have like literally a whole pack of like the keychain you want or the item you want. So love Figure Presso in the Kukje Electronics Market. I wish I could tell you how to find it, but honestly that place is so hard to navigate, so you'll just have to go and find it yourself like a little scavenger hunt. The next store is of course the Animate store. I think last time I put Animate in my honorable mentions or whatever, but this time they've really just like stocked up. They have so much stock. They have figures, they have gacha, they have a lot of new things. Like that's the best thing about Animate. You have just a lot of new items, and they have cafes, and they have a lot of Ichiban Kuji. It's just such a good place to find organized items, oh, and CDs, and they sell so much stuff. So I really recommend you go to Animate. I would say it's like, if you can only visit one or two, go to the Kukje Electronics Market, go to Animate, and go to Animate. Great stores, I highly recommend you go there. Something I also love about Animate is that they have a separate online store. Sometimes you can't get the same stuff in the offline store, but they have a lot of items in the online store as well. So I highly recommend you check that out. Lastly, one of the best stores in Seoul in my opinion is still Tons Talks. So I also talked about it last time. This store is really far away, but it has so many things, and it has vintage items, and it has all the new gacha, and they have all the new figures, and they have all the new stuff. So yeah, it's really far, but it's really worth it to visit. And they also have a website where they sell pretty much the same thing, so I highly recommend you visit this store. I have nothing much more to say. It's really just like new items, and I really recommend you go there. One honorable mention for me is Uchu Gacha in Gangnam. This used to also be called Tons Talks. I'm not putting it in the top 5 because it's in Gangnam and I know a lot of people don't go there, and it is a little bit overpriced compared to other stores, but I absolutely love that place. I pretty much go every week, so I'm pretty sure the owner already knows me. Also, they have a point card system and I'm not registered, so I don't know why I've done that, because I'm pretty sure I've spent like $500 or more in that store. They have gacha, they have new items. They're also really good for like idol stuff, but they sell a lot of different series and a lot of Ichiban Kuji, and they have Kamen Rider stuff, and they have idol anime stuff. So I highly recommend it, and it just feels really cozy, and the atmosphere is really cute, and they have a little area where you can sit down, and they also sell drinks. So I really recommend you go to Uchu Gacha as well. Also, I wanted to talk about some online stores. I mean, I already talked about Tunstocks and Anaplus, which have online stores, but two stores that I personally recommend are Anycube. So Anycube is a store that they literally sell the newest stuff from Japan. Every week they have a breakdown of new stuff that's coming in that you can pre-order. Keep in mind this store is also really expensive because they're bringing in like the new stuff, not the stuff like adapted for Korea or whatever. Like they're bringing in the 100% new stuff. For example, they have like all the new Evangelion releases, but they're always so expensive. But I highly recommend the store. I mean, if you want new items, quality, like straight from Japan, Anycube is a really good bet. And I know that their physical store is in Daegu, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't been, but I really want to visit because I really am a fan of their online store. And finally, the other online store I would like to recommend is Figure Farm. So I discovered Figure Farm when I bought my Rinko figure. I made a video about that. I'll leave something here so you can see it. But I was really impressed by the speed of the delivery, the quality of the delivery. Everything was packaged so nicely and the price was excellent. Those figures, the Bag Dream Sega Crane King figures, really shouldn't cost you more than like 18,000 won or 19,000 won. And I've seen them sometimes online for like 50,000 or 25,000, and that's ridiculous because that's really not how much they cost, and they're not old enough to justify raising the price that much. Figure Farm had really fair prices and I loved just their customer service. I highly recommend it. You can pay with neighbor points, which is fantastic if you have neighbor points like me, and overall I just think that it's a really good quality website. Again, if you are abroad, this won't work for you, I don't think they have international delivery. But if you're in Korea, highly recommend you order from Figure Farm. If you would like to see all the other stores that are in Seoul, please go to my anime store directory like I mentioned before. Keep in mind that the stores that I mentioned here are mostly my favorite, but pretty much every other anime store in Seoul is like excellent. So go check that out, see what's closest to you, and go to any of the stores that strike your fancy. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back next week with both a weekly anime review and another anime related video. Until then, goodbye. Hope you weren't too depressed by all the stuff that's happening here. I don't know why they had to play this episode today, but just my luck. Bye!